Hey guys, so I had no intention of filming this video tonight, but I did my makeup and was like, why not just sit down and film this story time? Because I thought of it the other day and I was like, oh, I need to tell when this happened. I've been trying to think of like more things that happen in my life that I can do story times on, because something that my friends always say is that I could literally write a like novel about the things that happened to me. So I've been trying really hard to think like, okay, what can I share on the internet? So this is definitely a story that I can share on the internet, and I said it to my friend the other day, like I told her the story and she literally looked at me and was like, that's what you need to do a story time on. So here we go. You've read the title. My parents did call the police on me, and I'm gonna explain why. Backtrack to my freshman year of college, now about like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever. I was going to happy hour with my then, he wasn't my boyfriend, but the guy that I was like dating, actually the guy that I have my whole cheated on story time with, and the first of now 3 guys to cheat on me. So he was the one I was going with to happy hour. I go to happy hour probably around like 3 or 4-ish. We're there the whole time. I'm like 99% sure it was just us. I don't think I went with anyone else. And we ended up going from one place to another. And then at this other place, he was just being annoying. I was ready to go home. We actually ended up going separate ways. So he didn't come back with me because we were kind of in like an argument. That's besides the point. I went home, was pretty annoyed, called my best friend Christy, and basically told her like, oh, I'm so done, like we got in an argument, he's so annoying, blah, 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 and that I was home and I'm literally just going to sleep because I'm over it. At this point, it's probably like 8 p.m. So I get home, I'm on FaceTime with Christy, I change into like pajamas, and I get in bed to just go to sleep, because I'm the type of person, if something bothers me, you know how some people can't sleep when something's bothering them? I'm the opposite, like I just want to sleep. So I was like, I'm just gonna get in bed and go to sleep, either take a nap or sleep through the night, whatever. But it was 8 p.m. and this is where the issue begins. I left my phone in the bathroom and I went to sleep, meaning I didn't hear my phone buzzing. I always have my phone on vibrate. I never have my ring on. So obviously if my phone's in the bathroom, I'm not hearing it if I'm asleep. I wake up around 3:30 in the morning because obviously I went to sleep around like 8. I wasn't sleeping through the whole night. It was like 3:30 in the morning. I get up and I'm like, oh, I left my phone in the bathroom. I get up, pick up my phone, and when I tell you probably at least 500 missed calls, no exaggeration. So you know how like on your home screen you can see like the notifications? I'm just like scrolling and scrolling, and I am like, oh my God, what is going on? I see missed calls from my mom, my dad, Christy, my mom's friends, the police, and the security of my apartment complex. And I am just like in shock. I don't know what is going on. The first voicemail that I listen to is my mom, and she says, we are 15 minutes away from your apartment. Keep in mind, it is 4 in the morning, and I am like, what? So I go to the text, and everyone is texting me like, where are you? Are you okay? What is going on? I listen to the message from the police department, and they're like, hi, this is the, whatever PD, your parents are concerned about you, like please call back. I have messages from the security at my apartment complex saying like, you need to answer the phone, you need to answer the door, all of this stuff, and I am just like in shock. So obviously I call my mom back, and I'm like, hello? And she was like, where are you? And I was like, I was asleep, I'm home. And keep in mind, my parents have my location so she can see that I was home. And my dad's like, I'm going to kill you, because they are literally driving 3 hours at 4 in the morning, and they're like about to be at my house. And I finally answer. They're like, we're pulling into your neighborhood, so come downstairs. I go downstairs, I open the door, I'm like, what is going on? Like, I was still in shock and I didn't know what was going on. And my mom's like, oh my God, we were so worried about you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why did you do this? And basically the whole reason they called the police, showed up at my house and everything is because I normally always sleep with my phone, and I was asleep by 8 p.m., which is super weird and like not normal, obviously. And then my mom called Christy, and Christy had said that me and the guy that I was dating got in like an argument. So my mom became really concerned about that and thought something happened. And it was just all of that put together. Also the fact that I was a freshman in college. It was like one of the first few months that I was away from home, and my parents were obviously concerned. And then when I got there, like the security was there, the police, like my mom said that they called the police and basically said like they were gonna set up like a missing persons report because I was asleep. And from that point on, I always keep my phone with me, and now if I don't answer right away, they don't show up. But after that, they came upstairs with me, sat with me for like 2 seconds, and then they left and they drove home. They drove home the 3 hours at 4 a.m. My dad was obviously not happy. He was obviously happy that I was safe and I was okay. And same with my mom, like that's why I didn't get like in trouble or anything. Of course, at the end of the day, they were happy that I was safe, but they were not happy that they had to drive 3 hours. And I was like, I didn't tell you to do that. That was your decision. And it was just so crazy having to answer like all of my friends that called me, listening to like the police recordings. And I wish I had them. Obviously it was so long ago, I don't have the voicemails anymore, but I guess we can call my mom and see what she said to the police, because obviously like I didn't hear that part of it.
Hi, honey.
Question, when you called the police, what did you say to them?
I said that we couldn't get in touch with you, and we were concerned that your car was there. Could somebody go to the house, and could you bang on the door and see if she's in there? And then they told us that they were on that they were very backed up, that they would get there, but it wouldn't be for like an hour and a half. So I said, well, we're coming up. And then when I was on my way driving up there, the policeman called me and said that he was at the house banging on the door. He said that he could see your car there, but you weren't there. Like you weren't coming downstairs, but they were legally not allowed
to break in
the door down, because Daddy asked them to break the door. And they said they weren't allowed if they didn't hear any type of screaming or anything. So they couldn't do that. So he left, and then we called the security man 4 times to come over.
Okay.
He came to your house multiple times, the security guy. And weren't waking up. Put it that way, you were sleeping.
Well, keep in mind, yeah, I was about to say, that's not fair because I was on the 3rd floor, that's why I couldn't hear. You could bang on the door and I could be awake and I wouldn't hear it.
No, I know. I'm sitting here trying to...
Okay, I just wanted to add that in because I couldn't remember. Obviously, I wasn't there when you called, so I just wanted to get that part.
Okay. Perfect. All right.
So, yeah, my parents had the police come to my house. They were banging on the door. In the type of house I live in, I'm on the 3rd story, so I could be awake. And if you bang on that door, I will not hear you at all. Like, it's so, well, at least in my old house. In my new house, I probably could hear you because the walls are a lot thinner here. But in my old house, I couldn't hear anything from the 1st floor. You could be throwing a full-blown party on the 1st floor and I wouldn't hear you. So that's the only reason I didn't wake up from that. Speaking of really thin walls, my roommate literally just texted me and said, our neighbors, oh my God. And I was like, I didn't hear anything. Who knows? And also back then, my mom didn't have the number to my roommates that I was living with, which obviously right after that, she was like, you need to send me your roommates' numbers immediately, because it would have been a lot easier if my roommate could have just knocked on my door. But yeah, because obviously I would have woken up if someone actually knocked on my door. But that is the story time of when my parents drove 3 hours, called the police. The police showed up at my house. Like, can you imagine if I would have went down there and opened the front door and would have been like, what is happening? And the police officer would have been like, your parents are searching for you. The lesson here is don't go to sleep at 8 p.m. and keep your phone with you in case your parents need to get a hold of you. But like I said, I had no intention of filming this story time tonight. I just thought about filming it, and I had my makeup done, so I thought, why not? Because I'm not going anywhere and my makeup's done. Literally every time I like am ready or like have my makeup done and my roommates see me, or like I'm home and my family see me, like, where are you going? I'm like, no, I'm just filming and then gonna sit in bed and edit the video, so. But if this has ever happened to you, or you have any type of parent story times like that, make sure to comment down below. I don't have a lot of parent story times like that at all because my parents weren't strict, or I never did anything bad to where I got in trouble. So this is kind of the only one, and definitely the craziest one. But if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Like I said, comment down below if this has ever happened to you, or if you have any really funny stories like that one. And of course, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. I don't even know when I'm uploading this, because as of right now, I have a lot of videos already planned and ready to go up. So just stay tuned, and I will see you guys next week or soon. You never know. Post notifications. I'm telling you, genius. But I'll see you guys soon with a brand new video. Bye!
Take a seat, right over there, sat on the stairs, stay or leave. The cabinets are bare and I'm unaware of just how we got into this mess. Got so aggressive, I know we meant all good intentions.